Probably not, but let's find out anyway. Today, we're embarking on a global ghost tour, counting down the most notoriously haunted places on Earth. Ready for chills? Let's dive in. First up, the Tower of London, a 1,000-year-old fortress that looms over the Thames, its ancient stones steeped in centuries of secrets and sorrow. With a reputation for royal drama, chilling betrayals, and restless spirits, the tower is a place where history and the supernatural seem to walk hand in hand. Over the centuries, it's served as a royal palace, a notorious prison, and a grim execution site. So it's no wonder the place is crawling with ghosts and haunted tales. The most famous? The princes in the tower, two young boys allegedly murdered, whose ghostly figures are said to appear at twilight, holding hands before fading silently into the cold stone walls. Sir Walter Raleigh, once imprisoned and executed here, is often spotted pacing the ramparts lost in thought, his restless spirit searching for answers that history never gave him. But the true star of the tower's ghostly cast is Anne Boleyn, Henry VIII's ill-fated queen, whose tragic story still echoes through these ancient halls. Beheaded on Tower Green, she's been seen wandering the grounds at night, sometimes carrying her own head, her presence a chilling reminder of royal intrigue and betrayal. She's even led ghostly processions in the chapel, her spectral figure gliding past the pews as if reliving her final moments. If you visit, keep your eyes peeled. You might spot a headless queen, a pair of lost princes, or even hear the faint echo of footsteps in the corridors when no one else is around. The tower's history is so vivid, so alive, that you might just bump into it in a dark corridor, feeling the chill of the past brush against your shoulder. Or more likely, you'll run into a tourist with a selfie stick, eager to capture a piece of the tower's eerie magic for themselves. But hey, in a place with more ghosts than crows, you never really know what or who you might encounter. The past lingers here, woven into every stone, and some say it never truly left. Its stories waiting for the next visitor to listen. On to our next haunted landmark, where more chilling tales await. Next, we're in Philadelphia at Eastern State Penitentiary, a prison designed to break spirits long before ghosts arrived. This imposing structure was once considered a marvel of its time, but its true legacy is far darker than its stone walls suggest. Opened in 1829, it pioneered total isolation, hoping solitude would lead to penitence. Instead, it often led to madness. Prisoners spent 23 hours a day alone, with only a small slot for food and a tiny skylight called the Eye of God. Many inmates suffered mental breakdowns, their cries echoing through the halls. Its fortress-like architecture and crumbling cell blocks set the stage for haunting tales. The thick stone walls were meant to keep prisoners in, but some say they also trap restless spirits within. Visitors report shadowy figures, disembodied footsteps, and chilling laughter, especially in cell block 12. Some even claim to feel icy hands brush past them or hear whispers in the darkness. One locksmith claimed he was pinned down by unseen hands and saw tormented faces swirling around him. Others have described sudden drops in temperature and overwhelming feelings of dread. Today it's a museum and haunted attraction, but many say the real scares come from the prison's tragic past. The stories of suffering and isolation linger, making every visit unforgettable. The sorrow here is palpable, echoing through every stone. It's as if the walls themselves remember every secret, every cry for help. If you're brave, take a tour, but don't be surprised if you leave with a ghost story of your own. The walls remember everything, and some say the spirits are always watching. Next, we head to Japan for a haunting of a different kind. Let's go. At the base of Mount Fuji lies Aokigahara, the Sea of Trees, Japan's infamous suicide forest. Its dense, silent woods have a tragic reputation, drawing those in despair for decades. The forest is said to be haunted by yurei, restless spirits filled with sorrow and anger. Visitors report overwhelming sadness, chilling screams, and glimpses of white figures vanishing among the trees. Signs urge visitors to reconsider their actions, a stark reminder of the forest's grim reality. Even forest workers have rituals to appease the spirits. Aokigahara is a place of breathtaking beauty and profound tragedy, a haunting reminder of life's fragility. Here, the supernatural is inseparable from real human sorrow. Now let's travel to Italy's Forbidden Island. In the Venetian lagoon sits Poveglia, the island of ghosts, so haunted it's off-limits to the public. Used as a plague quarantine in the 14th century, over 160,000 people died here. The soil is said to be half human ash. Later, a mental hospital added more suffering, with tales of a mad doctor tormented by spirits until his death. The bell tower's bell still rings, though it was removed long ago. Paranormal investigators report overwhelming dread, screams, and voices urging them to leave. The abandoned hospital is a decaying ruin, overgrown and silent. Poveglia is a graveyard of history, its pain echoing through every stone. Whether it's plague victims or asylum souls, something deeply unsettling remains. It's one of the world's most haunted and forbidden places. Next, we visit a French castle with a ghostly noblewoman. Ready for the Green Lady? Let's go. Welcome to Château de Brissac in France, home to the infamous Green Lady. In the 15th century, Charlotte de Valois was murdered by her husband in a jealous rage. Her ghost, dressed in green, haunts the castle's tower room where she died. The current owners say they're used to her, but visitors are often terrified. The Green Lady's face is a decaying mask with hollow eyes and nose, a sight that chills even the bravest. Her mournful cries echo through the halls, a constant reminder of her violent end. Guests have seen her wandering at dawn, her presence unmistakable. You can stay overnight, but you might share your room with a faceless noblewoman. The castle's beauty hides a tragic, restless spirit. Next, we check into a haunted hotel in the Canadian Rockies. Don't forget your room key. The Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel in Canada looks like a fairy tale, perched high in the breathtaking Canadian Rockies, surrounded by forests and misty peaks. But behind its grand stone walls, it's home to some permanent ghostly guests who have become legends in their own right. The most famous is the Ghost Bride, a young woman who died tragically on her wedding day, her dreams shattered in an instant. She's often seen gliding down the grand marble staircase, her veil trailing behind her like a whisper from the past, or dancing alone in the empty ballroom, lost in a moment that never was. Then there's Sam Macaulay, the legendary bellman who still helps guests decades after his death, guiding lost travelers to their rooms late at night only to vanish into thin air when thanked, leaving guests bewildered and a little spooked. Room 873 is sealed off after chilling reports of screams echoing through the night and bloody handprints that wouldn't wash away, no matter how hard staff tried to clean them. The hotel's luxury and elegance hide a much darker side, where the past lingers in every corridor, and every shadow seems to hold a secret. Guests come for the stunning mountain views and the promise of luxury, but some leave with chilling stories they'll never forget, haunted by what they've seen or heard. If you ever hear footsteps echoing behind you in an empty hallway, it might just be Sam, still on duty, making sure every guest finds their way, even from beyond. Haunted hotels aren't just in movies, they're real, and their stories are waiting for those brave enough to listen. The Banff Springs Hotel is a classic among them, a place where history and hauntings walk hand in hand. Next, we travel across the ocean to England's most haunted inn. Brace yourself for what's to come. The ancient Ram Inn awaits, shrouded in centuries of mystery and fear. The ancient Ram Inn in England is called the most haunted house in Britain, and for good reason. Built in 1145 on pagan burial grounds and ley lines, it's a magnet for dark energy. Its history is filled with tales of ritual sacrifice, devil worship, and violent hauntings. The former owner claimed to be attacked by demonic entities and found children's remains under the floorboards. Ghosts here include a witch, a high priestess, and a murdered bishop. Guests report being pushed, grabbed, and even thrown by unseen forces. The bishop's room is notorious for terrifying apparitions and crushing pressure. The inn feels fundamentally wrong, a place where fear is woven into the walls. Some places have a sad ghost story. This one is a portal to something darker. Next, we travel to India's cursed fort. Bangar Fort in India is so haunted, it's illegal to enter after sunset. Legends tell of a holy man's curse and a wizard's deadly spell after being spurned by Princess Ratnavati. Both stories end with the fort's mysterious abandonment and a powerful curse. After dark, visitors report screams, music, and ghostly apparitions. The government posts warnings and locals refuse to build roofs, fearing collapse from the curse. Those who ignore the rules sometimes vanish without a trace. Bangar's energy is so intense, even officials advise staying away. Some places are haunted by history, this one by legend and fear. Now, let's head to Australia's most haunted house. Monte Cristo Homestead in Australia is the country's most haunted residence, with a history of tragedy and sorrow. Built in 1885, it's seen a child's fatal fall, a stable boy's fiery death, and decades of cruelty. The spirit of a chained, tormented man is said to rattle through the halls. Mrs. Elizabeth Crawley, the reclusive lady in black, is often seen on the balcony, disapproving of visitors. The current owners run ghost tours, sharing tales of apparitions, cold spots, and objects moving on their own. Visitors report dizziness, strange photos, and being touched by unseen hands. Monte Cristo is a place where tragedy lingers, layer upon layer. The house is beautiful, but its energy is heavy and restless. Some places heal with time, this one only grows more haunted. Next, we visit a plantation with a haunted mirror. The Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana is famed for its beauty and its ghosts. The most famous spirit is Chloe, a slave girl punished and ultimately killed after a poisoning gone wrong. Her ghost, wearing a green turban, is seen peering from windows and wandering the grounds. The plantation's mirror is said to trap the spirits of Sarah Woodruff and her children, who died from Chloe's poisoned cake. Visitors capture ghostly figures and child-sized handprints in the glass. Other spirits include a man shot on the porch and guests tucked in by unseen hands. The Myrtles is a collision of southern charm and lingering pain. Here the past is never truly gone, it stares back at you from the mirror. Our ghost tour is almost over, let's wrap up. That's our whirlwind tour of the world's most haunted places, from headless queens to cursed forts. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, these stories remind us that history leaves a mark. Which place creeped you out the most? Would you dare spend a night in any of them? Share your own ghost stories in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries and haunted histories. Until next time, stay curious, and maybe keep a nightlight on.